Hi, I'm Parni Jaggi, and today we are going to be taking up the detailed synopsis of the very engaging story, The Model Millionaire, written by Oscar Wilde. Now, we know that Oscar Wilde was a popular, flamboyant writer of his own time, and The Model Millionaire is one such story by this Irish author, which appeared in print in the newspaper The World in June 1887, which was published again in 1891 as part of his anthology Lord Arthur Saville's Crime and Other Stories. Now, in the previous video, we just touched upon the number of characters it has. It has a very few characters, just 4 to 5 characters, but it grips with its storyline and with the twist the story has towards just before the end of the story. With very few characters in picture, we see that we are introduced to this main character in the very beginning of the story, whose name is Hughie Erskine. Now, Hughie Erskine was a handsome, charming young man who was liked and admired by all the people around him because of his good character. Now, but he's not street smart, he's not very clever, he's not cunning, and therefore he does not have money. Another reason for this was that he did not stick to one job. He kept on changing his jobs. In fact, he tried almost everything in his career but was not successful. He worked on the stock exchange for some time, then became a tea merchant. He got tired of all this. He tried his hand at even selling sherry, but again failed. So he failed several times and kept changing his careers. Finally, he stopped working and lived on an allowance of £200 a year. So this was just a lifestyle that he had because he had no saving, he was not having a regular income. So the problem was that now he was deeply in love with this girl called Laura Merton, who was the daughter of a retired colonel. And Laura also in turn loved Hughie Erskine. Although her father, the colonel, also liked Hughie, but he did not permit them to marry. He asked Hughie to come back to him with the proposal of marriage when he had £10,000 of his own. So one morning, Hughie went to meet his friend, whose name was Alan Trevor. Now, Trevor is actually a painter and he's a successful painter. He has a number of clients, customers who keep coming to him, meeting him, and buying his paintings. So one morning, when Hughie comes to his studio, he entered the studio and he sees that Alan was finishing the full size painting of a beggar. And the beggar was posing for Alan there itself in the studio, and he was standing on a platform. Now, this beggar was an old man, bent, wrinkled, with a very piteous look on his face. So it was obvious that Hughie would feel sympathetic towards this beggar because his look was like that. Even in his clothes, he was wearing torn, dirty clothes and patched boots. He was holding a hat in one hand as if he was begging. So Hughie remarked that Alan had a wonderful model because Alan was a painter and he wanted models to paint. So Alan agreed with him and said that Hughie would not meet such a beggar every day. Now Hughie felt sorry for that pitiable condition of the beggar. He asked Alan how much he paid the model for a sitting. Alan said he paid 10 pence an hour for the model to sit and pose for the painting. Now Hughie wanted to know how much Alan would get after selling his picture. Once he had finished the portrait, Alan replied that he would get £2,000. Now Hughie said that the beggar model should also get some part of the profit, as he was also working as hard as Alan. But Alan did not agree with him. He said, no, this is not possible. So he told Hughie to keep quiet about that. Now, while Alan Trevor was giving finishing touches to his picture, the portrait of that beggar, a servant came in and told him that the frame maker was waiting to meet him outside. So Alan went out. Now the beggar, who was standing till then, sat down to relax. He looked very lonely and sad. Now something very strange happened. Hughie was looking at this beggar very keenly. So Hughie searched his pocket and found a sovereign, a coin in his pocket. He thought the beggar needed more money, the money more than he had. So he went near the beggar and gave that coin, that sovereign, to him. Now the beggar was surprised. He was surprised, but he didn't say anything. He just thanked Hughie for his generosity, for the kind act that he had done with the beggar. Now, when Alan returned, Hughie just took leave of him. He went away. So, this was just a brief starting and introduction of what happened in the story, that how these three characters are facing each other. Alan is the painter, that beggar is the person who is posing for the painting, and Hughie comes in and takes sympathy, feels sympathetic, piteous towards that beggar, and hands over a coin to him. So, for the second part of the story, please stay tuned for the next video. I'll be back soon. Thank you for now.